let's say that we have a function f of x, and it is equal to negative 4 times the cube root times the cube root of x. And what we want to do is we want to evaluate the derivative of our function when x is equal to 8. So see if you can figure this out. All right. Now this might look foreign to you. You might say, well, I've never taken a derivative of a cube root before. But as we'll see, we can actually just apply the power rule here, because this function can be rewritten as, so f of x can be rewritten as negative 4. The cube root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/3 power. And now it might be a little bit clearer that we can apply the power rule. We could take this 1/3, multiply it by this coefficient, negative 4. So we have negative 4 times 1/3, and you have times x to the 1/3. We just decrement that exponent. That's a different shade of blue. To the 1/3 minus 1 power. This is the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to that. And so now we just have to simplify it. This is equal to negative 4/3 times x. 1/3 minus 1 is negative 2/3 power. And so if we want to evaluate f prime of 8, f prime of 8 is equal to negative 4/3 times 8 to the negative 2/3 power. Well, that's the same thing as negative 4/3 times 8 to the 1/3, and then raise that to the negative 2 power. I'm just using exponent properties here. If this looks completely unfamiliar how I got from that to that, I encourage you to review exponent properties on Khan Academy. Well, 8 to the 1/3, that is just 2. So this is just 2. And then 2 to the negative 2 power. Remember, let me just take some steps here. It's a good review. This is equal to negative 4/3 times 2 to the negative 2 is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the 2. These two things are equivalent, that and that. 1 over 2 to the 2 is the same thing as 2 to the negative 2. So this is 1 over 4. And so this is going to simplify to negative 1 over 3 is equal to negative 1 over 3. And we are done.